Okay, back with hints and setup help on the 3D worksheet. This is hints and help on number 7. Ooh, the basketball question. Tall guy, over 2.45 meters, throws a basketball horizontally from the top of his head. Speed of the basketball is 12.0 meters per second when it lands. What was its initial speed? What a weird problem. Let's draw a picture. Okay, so we have a man, we have a basketball. We have some initial speed, and isn't that what we would love to know? Well, we have a final speed, but that final speed is a total final velocity. Velocity, I should say. The only thing we seem to know is that delta y is negative 2.45 meters. Is this enough? You betcha. Okay, so a couple things to remember. The initial velocity is all on the x-axis, and it's not changing because the acceleration on the x-axis is 0. So vi equals vix, and that's equal to vfx. All of our acceleration is happening on the y-axis. So while our acceleration initially on the y-axis, or velocity on the y-axis is initially 0, our final velocity on the y-axis is not 0. And this vf here, well, that's not just on the x or the y. That's the total, which means that at the end of this object's travel, we're going to have 3 velocities. We have an overall final velocity of 12.0 meters per second. We have some velocity on the y-axis. We don't know what that is at the end. And we have a velocity on the x-axis, which is unchanged, and therefore equal to the entire initial velocity. If that's enough of a hint for you, you should stop the video now. Okay, if you need more hints, this is the time to keep going. So, if we just looked at this basketball on the y-axis, and it dropped 2.45 meters with an initial velocity of 0, and we knew its acceleration, could we figure out its final velocity? You bet we could. Well then, if we have the final y velocity, vfy, and we have the final overall velocity, which would be the resultant vector, could you somehow, some way, mathematically, figure out the final x velocity? I bet you could. If you figured out the final x velocity, would you know the initial velocity? I bet you would. Okay, go try it.